I'm Amy. I'm living in Chrysalis, and in the normal world, I am a makeup and beauty YouTuber. I tend to do a lot of different challenges and different types of makeup looks. I collaborate with other channels. But of course, the world is now completely upside down. So occasionally I speak out when issues bother me, but typically those are issues that have a that have some sort of nexus with the beauty community. That's not really the case today. So I hope you will all be patient with me because I think a lot of us now are in a very odd time and we're trying to make sense of not only everything in general is going as far as any contagion, but also make sense of other people, how other people's reactions and behavior affects the rest of us. And most importantly to me, and I know it sounds kind of odd to say in a way that my life has been guided by Mr. Rogers, but when I was a child, my mom told me later that when Mr. Rogers was on was the only time that she could actually take a nap or do something without having to monitor me very closely because she said I was just entranced. So, in honor of the late great Fred Rogers, I I want to discuss whether or not we are the people that he thought we can be. You know, he always said he liked us just the way we are, but do we deserve that? Let's find out. But first, because this is a makeup channel, I am going to start actually starting my face a little bit. Hi, hi Ari Chan, aka Tatted Hearts. I'm gonna Naomi. Hey, so I'm just gonna get my face started, and then once I've freed up my hands a second, we're going to take a little walk through my Facebook feed because, y'all, there's a lot in. No, it's not Mr. Rogers inspired makeup. It's Mr. Rogers inspired commentary. No, not Mr. Rogers inspired makeup, unfortunately. No, I love him, but even I can't quite figure that one out yet. But and I guess what got me thinking about this were a couple of things. Um, One happened before I left my house to actually do things today. I know, right? And the second during. So as I was scrolling through Facebook, as I, tend to do here and there, try to keep up with the world in general. A girl that I've known a woman, I should say, that I've known since kindergarten. Since kindergarten, okay? But she's always been one of those athletic people. She's she's the type that posts like the GPS of her runs on Facebook normally, right? She's one of those people. I know. I'm not one of those people. I could never run. But she posted something today that actually had me fuming. And it had me fuming so much that I had to put my phone down. She posted, well, and she said, I'd rather just get it over with, and then get back to my normal life. Now, this is supposedly an intelligent woman. she has the she has a similar level of education and professional experience to me. Naomi says, I can't with Facebook, so I don't for a long time now. Facebook instant rage and annoyance. Ari-chan says, GPS of her runs. And then there's a GPS of me running to the fridge. That's the most exercise I'll do. Word. Yeah, so I'm so tone deaf. And I mean, I did see someone comment under her saying, no, you don't want this. It's horrible and it does permanent lung damage. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, you get it and see if you continue with those runs. Yeah, you'll be on an oxygen tank, which is what I fear as an asthmatic. But the fact that and reasonably intelligent, well-educated, professional woman is something so stupid just puts me into a touch of despair for the fate of humanity. And I think I've said before, I've run into people in stores before complaining about how things are right now, but you know what? I haven't seen as much of that lately. And I suppose one of the things that kind of gave me a little glimmer of hope today was after that I had to go shopping, so I got a surgical mask that I have. It's just a paper one I'm done with rubbing alcohol every time I come home. But what kind of gave me a little bit just a little ray of hope for decency is I went to Aldi and I'm fishing my quarter out of my little quarter holder keychain, because yes, I have that. And a man comes up to me and asks if I have change for $1. So I say, of course I do, but it's in my car. So I go out to my car, I get him 4 quarters, I come back, and he hands me a wadded up bill and says, oh, a little bit extra. So I'm thinking, okay, oh, hi, Kingdom Boy. I know surgical masks don't help unless you have the virus. I'm mostly doing it just to try to avoid any random particles. And also because I have a sinus condition where yeah, that's a normal thing for me. I usually don't do that on here. I try really hard not to. That's why in a lot of my videos or in lives, you'll see me swallow really hard. Oh, Kingdom Boy, just wait for it, dude. But that's the thing. So I don't want to scare anybody. So in part, I wear the surgical mask. So if I cough, I don't scare anyone. Yeah. So yeah, Naomi points out that they do help you from touching your own mouth and nose with dirty hands. Yes. Swallow the crud that is not moving along itself. I have to do this weird snort hork thing. It sounds like a cross between a sneeze and a cough. It's really gross, and I've had it for 3.5 years. I've even had surgery to try to fix it, and nope. So I don't know what's going on with that or what to do about it, but the ENT practice I've been going to kept switching out doctors, and now I think it's just closed. So I'm not entirely, before the shutdown of everything. But I don't know what's going to happen with that. But part of the reason why I wear a mask too is so that I don't frighten other people. For instance, I saw a worker at Walmart today sneeze, and she kind of half-heartedly picked up her arm to about this, and she sneezed, and they were they're particles I can't see. So I waited a few extra seconds before I walked in that path. Oh gosh. All right, John says, if you sneeze and fart at the same time, is it considered a screenshot? Well, apparently it is on this phone, but not on the one I use normally to monitor the chat. But I'm not doing that right now because we're about to take a walk through my Facebook feed. Yeah, so this should be fine. Okay. My sister joking about after years of wanting to thoroughly clean my house but liking the time. This week I discovered I wasn't that wasn't the reason. Yeah. Tell me about it. Friend of mine points out, let's see, says 2 Chicago police officers are hospitalized. They've got 6 cases total. That sucks. We've got a CNN article on Dr. Fauci with a headline, I can't jump in front of the microphone and push him down. Oh, if only you could. If only you could. Oh boy. Okay, should I do this? Should I go into factcheck.org to look at Trump statements about the coronavirus? Should I do this? Should I do this? I think I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to. Just because this is me. And you know what? I'm tired of trying to be non-political because on this station or on this channel, I just don't think I can anymore. That too much is at stake, and not necessarily that I'm going to influence anyone, but I do have things to say. I do have a point of view, and I think I'm just going to do it. Oh, here we go. So this is me reading an article from factcheck.org. Trump statements about the coronavirus by Rem Reader, posted March 18th, updated March 19th. This is a pandemic, President Donald Trump said at a March 17th press conference. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. While it's not possible to know what Trump felt, there's no doubt that Trump minimized the threat of the new coronavirus for weeks in statement after statement. Then here is their breakdown. January 22nd, we have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China. We have it under control. It's going to be just fine. January 30th, I'm going to throw on a little lippy. My lips are dry. I think we have it very well under control. We have very little problem in this country at this moment. 5, and those people are all recuperating successfully. But we're working very, very closely with China and other countries, and we think it's going to have a very good ending for us. Let's see. February 10th. Now, the virus we're talking about having to do, a lot of people think it goes way back in April with the heat. As the heat comes in, typically that will go away in April. We're in great shape, though. We have 12 cases, 11 cases. Many of them are in great shape now, or good shape now. Let's see, February 14th. There's a theory that in April, when it gets warm, historically that has been able to kill the virus. So we don't know yet. We're not sure yet, but that's around the corner. February 23rd, we have it very much under control in this country. February 24th, the coronavirus is very much under control in the USA. We are in contact with everyone in all relevant countries. CDC and World Health have been working very hard and very smart. Stock market is starting to look very good to me. Sorry if I'm going too fast, but we're still February. February 26th. Oh, there are several posts from February 26th. Okay, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I think I'm just going to move to March 10th. We're prepared. We're doing a great job, and it will go away. Just stay calm. It will go away. By magic? There's a way for it to go away, and the way is for us to stay home as much as possible. Okay, hang on. Okay. My son just sent me a message to the shower. Dude, I just took a shower. Weirdo. Let me get that out of here. See, nice, clean hair. Oh, here's what's concerning me. Now, the New York Times has a headline that says Trump calls for U.S. to be by Easter. Because we could, what, did he contact the coronavirus manager? We've got, let's see, CNN.com. Companies that binged on buybacks now seek bailouts from taxpayers. Let's see. Live updates. U.S. reports more than 100 coronavirus deaths in a single day, 500 total. And I know a lot of channels that are monetized are avoiding saying the coronavirus words because they get demonetized, but I'm not monetized yet. I'm still 1,100 watch hours from that. So do make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, share, and run a playlist or run that beautiful one that says all, because yeah. I'm not monetized yet, and while I can still say these things and it doesn't hurt me, I could use some money, especially now that I'm not working, and neither's my husband. Okay, let's see where we are. Oh, here we go. PBS.org. Senator Rand Paul kept working for 6 days after the virus test. Yes, and continue to watch my live streams. Thank you, Ari-chan. Senator Rand Paul kept working for 6 days after virus test. Senator Rand Paul is a physician, as was his father. If anybody should know what to do, it's Rand freaking Paul. How in the hell can this guy? How did this guy just skip virology classes when he was in school? What happened? Why would he keep working for the 6 days after he was tested for coronavirus when everybody and their brother, if at all humanly possible, is closing down? Who is Rand Paul? Rand Paul is a U.S. senator. I think he's from Tennessee or something like that. He's also the son of Ron Paul, who ran as a libertarian for president a couple of cycles ago. Yeah, but Rand Paul, before being a senator, was a physician. R-A-N-D. Well, Ari-chan, are you not American? I know not everybody's American, but the point is a U.S. senator who is also a physician continued to work after having symptoms or some exposure that warranted a test for the virus. They don't just test people for the virus for fun. All jokes aside. Oh, okay, you're not American, but you do live in Cali. Okay. Well, yeah. So that's what got me hot. That's one thing that got my blood boiling today. If anybody should know better, it is this guy. And it's absolutely repulsive. So let's see. Is Rand Paul the man that Mr. Rogers thought he could be? No. Nobody, nope. Not unless he came to work in a bubble or a hazmat suit, which I doubt. Okay, so let's see. So Trump says he wants the country to raring to go by Easter, despite warnings from health officials. So the president of the United States seems to be setting an arbitrary deadline for when we resume business as usual. All right, sorry. I'm worked up. But about, so he's going to just determine when the epidemic's over, or does he just not care? I've started to see. I've started to see some indications that people are starting to say things like, well, maybe just let the old people get it and die. Really. We're along the lines of, they should do it and thus decrease the surplus population. Are we going Ebony Rouge here? Is this who we are now? Is this who we are? I say no. That's not who I am. Oh, this is nice. A lady I know, she's a teacher, posts, when I watch Dr. Fauci, I just say a prayer of gratitude for those in his life who raised and supported him. He must have been surrounded by family, mentors, and friends with strong character and intelligence. Very nice. So, Dr. Fauci, I'm going to say he is who Mr. Rogers thought he could be. Okay. Then we've got, okay, I'm not even going into that one. That's just too upsetting to deal with. Oh, here's a meme I love. I may wind up putting this up later. Now, Monk is completely insane. Y'all, I don't know. Let's see. Trump is reportedly getting frustrated with Dr. Fauci's blunt approach during White House briefings. Oh, here we go. Mormons ignore social distancing. Huge group greets returning missionaries. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Should there be any gatherings like this right now? Does this look safe to you? Does this look like people taking care of other people? I don't think so. I don't think so. This is so upsetting, really. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. It's a good meme. Got to add a little bit of levity there, right? So, I'm not an essential employee. Neither is my husband. Is anybody in the chat right now an essential employee? Anybody? Anybody responding in the chat, or y'all just letting me rant and rave here? Okay. Not Ari, Sean, yeah. Let me see. Oh, here's something that's a little. No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, here we go. Trump tells governors to stop blaming him after they request more help from the feds. Does anybody remember Harry Truman's sign on his desk? The buck stops here. Really? So disgusted. Okay, this is a good one. Oh. Okay, so let's see. No, here's another funny one. Saw my neighbor Tammy out early this morning scraping the "My kid is a terrific student" sticker off her minivan. Guess that first week of homeschooling didn't go so well. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking. Oh, this is sad. Michigan coronavirus cases are now at 1791 with 24 deaths. Oh, I like this one. Hey, man, just give the corporations a relief check equal to what they paid in taxes. Yes, I think that's a good plan. Oh, this is sad. Someone points out the obvious. Coronavirus patients die alone in a hospital bed without a family member to hold hands with. Think about that before you go out. Yes, please think about that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, now this is someone that definitely wins the Mr. Rogers award here. 3/14/20 was a big day. This was the day our first COVID-19 patient got intubated and came under my care in the ICU. 3/14/2020 is also the day I voluntarily became homeless to protect my family I become infected and bring the virus home. I spent one night in my car, then 4 nights in the hospital call room. On day 5, my wife came up with the idea for me to live in a tent in our garage. So here it is, my home for the next however many weeks or months. You can help me and other healthcare workers become unhomeless by staying home. Just do it. Nobody's too cool to stay home. Nobody is too healthy to get sick. We have a 30-year-old clinging onto life in our ICU. Stay home and help stop the spread of this virus. Countless doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers are working hard to save your life. The least you could do is stay home so that we too can go home to our loved ones one day. Living in a tent in his garage. This is Timmy Cheng, Cheng. Thank you, doctor. Okay. Okay, here's a piece of levity for you. Can we hug? But like from 6 feet away. I know, right? This is fantastic for a piece of levity. Kenny Rogers dipping out in the middle of an apocalypse is the most know when to fold them stuff I've ever seen. The gambler. Yes. And R.I.P. Kenny Rogers. Ooh. Oh, this is good to know. All episodes of Star Trek Picard are now free to non subscribers. Very good to know. I will be looking into that. I would very much like to see that. Here we go. So tired of the barrage of bad news. Brighten my day by posting a front and back picture of your credit card. Yeah, really. Ooh, then I could get the then I could get the Natasha Denona Love palette that I was originally going to spend my holiday bonus on, but instead I used it to buy groceries. Dang. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is nice. Pray for this zoo animals at this time of crisis. I mean, they're getting really well taken care of, but they're also living through an era of zookeepers. You know what? Let's just show them each other. Which I think is kind of neat, actually. I mean, really, this is. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The evil turtle. Republican stimulus plan gives less money to poor households. Yeah, and that's been the problem with this bill and why it hasn't been passed yet. Because it doesn't give enough money to the people who actually need it. And it's really just a giant corporate bailout. Okay. Let's see. Anything else good? Oh, Okay, here's good news. Here's good news. Help is on the way. Lowe's is currently delivering essential items such as respirators and other protective gear to hospitals nationwide. These pictures of 3N95 masks being deployed just came in from our regional distribution centers in Illinois and North Carolina. This is part of a $10 million donation in essential protective products to do our part in helping keep medical professionals on the front lines of this crisis healthy and safe. In all, Lowe's is committing $25 million to supporting the emerging needs of our associates, customers, and communities. Well done, freaking Lowe's. Guess who's going to be shopping at Lowe's when this is over? Actually, I just bought a light bulb there the other day. Well, like last week. So, we're really seeing a real mixture in the human experience, and I honestly I'm not sure what to think. You know what? Rather than just pull randomly out of this, I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it. This is the It Girl Volume 2 Face and Eye Palette. This is from Christmas last year. I actually didn't like the look of Volume 3 as much as I did last year's, but this is still available. I think it's on HSN. It's either QVC or HSN, but so if you want this, it's still available. And I want to check out the face products here. So let me get into it. Let me find a brush and just go into it. So this is kind of just a pretty rose color here. I'm going to use as a blush. Is anybody still here? Can we hug from 6 feet away? Gosh, no kidding. All right, let me get out of Facebook before I depress myself any further and go back into YouTube. So I can better monitor and chat. I have like 2 people in here now, and it's probably my own fault from just raving. I got to get my content good again, y'all. It's kind of hard when I don't really have a whole lot to do. Is that strange? Is that sad? What's going on there? Okay, there. I can monitor the chat now. Now, who's still here? I see 3 people, and I'm one of them. So who else is still in here? Robin, Safe Place. Hello. How are you? You just missed the utter, just the strangeness of the human experience with just a brief stroll through my Facebook feed. Poor Mom, hi, how are you? Okay, now some people are joining us. I guess finally when I stopped talking about the depressing stuff, I went back to the makeup. So I didn't do a random pull this time. I just decided to go with my It Girl Volume 2, which is still available. I see ads for it here. Robin, same place. I don't think I've seen you here before. If you get a chance, do subscribe. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Just trying to work on the old watch time, y'all. That and just sort of make sense of the craziness that we're now living in. Okay, I'm trying to see if this upper layer, I think this upper layer might make a really subtle highlighter. Let me try this. Really subtle. Oh, okay. So nice to see you. Oh, sorry, I swear, I think my brain, along with my body, is turning into jello. I swear, I don't know what to think anymore. Oh, but I was saying earlier, and I think I cut myself off in the middle because I do that sometimes, is I was at Aldi's earlier, and this man asked for change for $1. So I go to my car, I get him the quarters, and he, hands me kind of a wadded up bill, and he said something about a little extra. So I'm thinking, okay, what, he tucked a dime in there or something? But no, when I actually looked at it much later in the day, it was $5. It was a $5 bill. Nice. Nice. Which I should have suspected because he did say pay it forward. Melanie, hi. And I have to say, probably one of the modern movies with the most social impact has been Pay It Forward. I love that, and that movement really took off, and I think it's fantastic. Robin Safe Place, what's your other name? Hi, Melanie. It's so good to see you. I don't know, just life. Okay, so let's forget about life and for a minute and find a setting shade. I think I'm going to go with pearls. It seems more matte than clank here. Oh, wait. Oh, just Robin before. Okay. My gosh, sorry. I was kind of ranting and raving a little bit earlier. My husband kept yelling at me to keep it down because he's trying to sleep. It's okay. Both of our sleep schedules are just completely off. Oh, we last talked when I was going through my palettes a couple weeks ago. Yeah, what I'm doing now is every so often I will do a video pulling a palette from my basket of shame here and just do a look and see how I do and see my first impression. So this I've had for over a year, and this is the first time I'm using it. Okay, yeah, poor my life says I was just ranting and raving with my husband. I'm scared, Maciel. I'm back though. Yeah, and I've been, we've both been just kind of having different feelings at different times, and I'm the only driver. So even though I'm the asthmatic, I'm the one who leaves the house. Yeah, so that's been enjoyable. And here's my dilemma too, is because I did want to volunteer with Meals on Wheels. It's a block away from our house. I could walk. My husband had just started volunteering with them. I think I'm going to go with Festive, which is this pretty sort of lavender color. It's a shimmer. But I thought about doing that with my husband. He had just started volunteering as a dishwasher there. But then this all hit. Well, when this hit is when I thought, oh, well, hey, I've got some time on my hands. I'll go volunteer. Until my sister pointed out that I'm among the vulnerable population. I have some health conditions, including asthma, that are on the list. Let's see, Robin's saying, I wouldn't say a mess, but we acknowledge things will get bad before they get better. So when you look at it, we're brave by facing it. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. But my dilemma is, it's like I want to help, but would I just be putting myself at risk? My husband did point out that he thinks they use like masks and stuff. So then, would that make more sense? Of course, now both of our sleep schedules are so off kilter that neither one of us have even thought to call or go down and check it out or anything. So I don't know what to think. I mean, am I doing less than I should be if I skip out on volunteering for Meals on Wheels? I mean, it's right here. If it as long as I can feel reasonably safe, would it be better for me to do that, or would it be better for me to stay home and not risk it? Let's see. Melissa says, my hubby and I are both high risk and we have a baby and 4 other kids. Yeah, you need to stay home. Naomi says, defeated and depleted and it's barely even started. Girl, I know. Yes. And just like, and I know this sounds really petty, but like my main irritant right now is with our screwy sleep hours and all that. I haven't been able to finish putting curtain rods up. There are curtain rods here that for instance, there's a curtain rod I want to put up in my son's room. There's one I want to do in the kitchen, and at least for my son's room, I'm really going to need more daylight to do it properly, but I've been sleeping for most of the day. Oh, Naomi says her dad has emphysema and lives with her. She's super high risk to bring it into the house as a nurse. Oh my gosh, yes. So are they working you to death, Naomi? I can imagine things are getting a little crazy already. You know, and I'm starting to think things like, okay, does this mean I'm not going to be able to get my next foot surgery anytime soon? Because I really want to, I really want to get that so I can kind of move on with my life. But obviously not if it's going to take resources away from anyone else, or they don't want me there. But they don't want to expose me to the risk. Naomi says, so scared to death. Yes, but always, man. I know. I mean, how do we do this? Oh, Naomi says it's wild. No one's positive at her facility. And you're in Washington, right? Aren't they having a huge problem there? Bob, safe place. I know no one wants to hear this, but we got to stay positive. No, we want to be negative. We want to be negative. We want negative tests. It's like HIV. Positive is not a good thing. Oh, I'll bet you are. I'll bet you are. I do have an appointment with my doctor. I think it's the first week of April because I had to move it. Oh, you're in Eastern Washington, right? Oh, it's in your town, but not your facility. Okay. Fine. I know, Robin. I was just teasing. I gotta have a little fun with language, right? But it's just so disheartening. Okay, let me find a blending brush. Let me go. Okay. I know, Robin. We're just really, like I said, all I can do is a little bit of Facebook, or all I can do is a little bit of YouTube as I can. Today was very busy for me. I went to 2 stores and a laundromat. But I only went to the laundromat because to wash our big king size comforter that won't fit in the washing machine because I'm going to be storing that. But yeah, went to Walmart, went to Aldi's. Oh, and then I went to Wegmans to return some bottles, but that was just like they have a separate thing. Robin Safe Place. This thing has always been around. Well, COVID variety viruses have always been around, but this is, I believe, a new strain. Or it's either like a new strain or it's newly made the leap from animal to human. See, the problem with this virus, and I've been studying up a little bit. Why don't I do Walmart or Target delivery? Because I already used my Instacart trial when I was laid up in the winter. Besides, it's kind of hard too because, like, especially now that things are so, stock is getting so depleted, it's more like I need to go and see what there is. For instance, okay, I wanted this, but they didn't have this, but oh, hey, look, there's one of that left. I can't really do that for delivery. Yeah, I mean, if when the supply chain smooths things out and things aren't getting cleaned out so much anymore, then delivery might be an option. But at this point, for instance, I tried to get ground beef a week ago and I couldn't find any. It was all gone. And then today I'm in Walmart and they had one of those big chubs left. So I took it. But that's the sort of thing that I wouldn't have known unless I was present to see it. Okay, let me find a color to put in here. Did the lavender. There's this sheep color, kind of a rose. Let me put that on toward the inner corner here. Oh, Rabbit Safe Plates. She has there's codes that we can use for free delivery from Walmart. Nice. I don't know if they all apply in my area though. We're pretty rural. Is that everywhere? Or is it just in like major markets? We're definitely not a major market. We are Bumble land. Okay. But yeah, probably when things even out, that might. But then part of me wants to, also to save any more free trials for the next time I get laid up. Because again, the big problem in my house is I'm the only driver. And my son's been at his mother's for the last couple of weeks, or excuse me, for the last 10 days. Basically, I dropped him off at his mom's just as all this was really starting to break. But he wants to come here. He wants to come back here this weekend. Probably because he's, been watching Two Little Girls for 10 days and, we can probably really use a break. And I think I'm okay with that now because, it's a 2-week incubation period. He's just been there with the kids. However, his mom works in a medical office. So I don't know. Well, we'll see. I mean, if he comes home for the weekend, I expect he'll go back there. But I don't know. Running with Scissors. Hello, how are you? So glad you're here. Robin says, I live alone, so I'll get delivery when I can. I don't mind being alone, but I admit the dogs are trying to answer my questions at this point. Yeah, so far it's just been my husband and me at home. I think things will change when my son gets back, but I really think at least while his mom's still working or his stepdad doesn't come back yet, it's best for him to be there for his sisters because, being at home all day, all day on weekdays, they're 11 and 5. That's a lot. I mean, the 11-year-old's a good, responsible kid, but that 5-year-old is a handful. She is. She's such a sass bucket. She makes me laugh, but I can see how it would be exhausting to actually watch her. Oh, let's see. Okay, so I might as well just cop out and go with the 24 karat. Oh, and for anyone who's new, I am using the It Girl Volume 2 palette. I got this around last holiday 2018 at Ulta. However, either QVC or I think it's QVC still has it for sale. I see ads for it on my Facebook thread. So it is possible to obtain this if you want it. And she's pretty. Robin says, if I didn't have my dogs, I would be at a mental hospital. Even the guinea pigs giving me sass. So we don't have any pets. I can't have any. I'm allergic. And, it's against our lease anyway. Which, of course, doesn't bother me because I'm allergic. All right, let me grab a brush for a... Caught it. For a art shade. This is kind of a subdued look for me here. I mean, this is more of a real life sort of look for me than a channel look for me. I tend to go a little crazier on the channel, but I will wear channel looks out, but only so much. And I've been able to go a little wilder lately because I'm just at home. All right, let me blend this out a bit. Let's see. But yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just a whole lot of I don't know. But 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 what I'm seeing from people that gets me so upset and so worried are the ones that seem to indicate that they don't really care about the quarantine. They don't intend to self-isolate, which is just going to make this last all the longer for the rest of us. And I just find it incredibly selfish and foolhardy and reckless and not what Mr. Rogers would have wanted people to do. Is that the problem with some people? Did they not watch enough Mr. Rogers when they were kids? That's pretty much everybody's problem right there, isn't it? Not enough Mr. Rogers in their life? Okay. I'm going to do my eyeliner. I mean, these colors are subtle. This is definitely, I would say it's a great travel palette, except for the hole in its glass. Now, the volume 3 is plastic, but not nearly as cute, and I didn't like the colors in it as much. But I'd say it's definitely not for air travel, but certainly if you just want to throw it in a weekend bag, this is the sort of thing that would be great. But yeah, I wouldn't put that in check luggage or even carry on. Heck no. Those baggage handlers are insane. And I don't think it's changed since the last time I flew, which admittedly has been a while because I've been broke. And the main place that I've gone is, back to visit my family, and I just drive for that. That's just a day in a car. Okay, we're back. So who's still here? So what? We've got running with. Hopefully, I always try to get back on as soon as I can when I get these nasty little interruptions. So inconvenient. But I do what I can, right? So who's still here? Roll call. I don't know. Okay. I know. I don't know if just more people are going live a lot more or what. I haven't had the turnout the last few times that I had before. Guess I'm going to have to figure something out. Yeah, I know. That's really all that's going on with everybody, right? Like, I don't have any interesting stories to tell from my day. It's like, okay, I went to Arby's, I went to Aldi, which was pretty sparse. There weren't a lot of people there, which was great. I got caught passing notes. Walmart was busier. I went to the laundromat to wash that blanket, and I think that's like the last I'm going to leave my house in a while, at least until I have to go pick up the boy. That's the only possible thing I can think of to do. That would involve me leaving my house. And I was in a weird mood when I got home too. Like, I was all flustered and weird, and yeah. And my husband was just like, "What's going on? Is there something I don't know about?" And I'm just like, "No, I don't know. I was just kind of spazzing. And I don't know why. Except for kind of in general. Like, am I just losing my mind here? Well, probably. Me and everybody else, right? Okay, so let's see how this look turns out. And I can put this palette away and take it out of my basket of shame. Naomi says she loves watching people spray themselves in the face. All right. Makeup used to be so much simpler. Didn't have primers, didn't have setting sprays. Contour wasn't a thing. You just did that kind of line with your blush. Although I did contour my nose back then, but I had a big nose. I mean, it's not small now, but it was big then. Okay, so here is the final look. I'm gonna lean in here so you can get a look. See, like the colors are subtle, but I like how I managed to get them. You know, like you get the blue and the lavender and the gold and that sort of burgundy color. You know, so it's hard to like close my eyes so you can see and look, but I think we get a sense of each color without any one of them just punching you in the face like a lot of my looks do. But this one is it's much more subtle. So that's what I really like about this palette. And again, it is still available. And talk about a broken heart. I finally gotten a Blush Tribe. I've heard everybody and their sister say how good it was, how good Blush Tribe is. And now Blush Tribe is out of business. They just closed. It just happened. It's craziness. But I think I'm going to get going. It seems like a good time for me to break. But do, of course, remember that there are some of us out there, and there are others, and we just all need to remember to be the people that Mr. Rogers thought we were. I think that would be the best way to honor his legacy is to try to be people that Mr. Rogers would be proud of. So thank you everyone so much for coming in, hanging out in the chat, supporting my channel. If you're in on the replay, thank you so much for that too. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there, and I will see you very soon. Flutterby.